welcome to Happily Handmade. It's Wendy and today I'm going to be doing a haul video. So I've got a whole load of books because I can't resist books, and I've got some art stuff as well to use in my books as well. I'm going to see how long it takes me to get through the books. Otherwise it might be a part 2, but we'll see how long. You know, sometimes I like to have a bit of a chat on, don't I? And I can't help myself, so sometimes it takes a bit longer. When I look at the clock I think, goodness, how have I talked for so long? So we'll see where we get to. It might be a part 2, it might just be in one go. We shall see. First one, these are already on the channel. There's a video of these by themselves, so if you want to have a look at them in more detail, feel free to have a look at that video. I'm not going to even open them today, but obviously I did buy these this month in a pack from Colouring Heaven, the 2020, 2021 and this year's 2022 calendar, which I'm pretty pleased with because there's some artists' work in there that I didn't have any of their work at all, so they were a good pick-up for me. So they were the first things I got this month. Excuse me while I just ditch them onto the floor. Then this came, was it yesterday? Day before I think. I hadn't got any of the Angela Gonzalez books. I think there's 3 now. I think there's a mermaid one, a sea life one or something like that. But this is the only one I've got, Between Angels and Colours. And it's a little bit more tricky because it's a top binded one. I don't know why, but I'm really off colouring mermaids at the moment. But angels, however, angels are quite fancied. And obviously this is a bit of a smaller book. It's an 8x8 size, so they're quite good for a little quick colour, and I quite fancied some of these. You've got a bit of a mix of flowers, you quite even like this as a little quick page to colour. You've got a little candle sprawled in there as well, and then quite a lot of cute little angels. I won't go through every page. If you want a full flip, please do leave me a message below, and by all means I will. It's got these odd little pages in as well that's like note pages every so often. I don't even know what that is. Is that, are those its eyes? I think it's some kind of butterfly's massive eyes. Who knows? But yeah, I thought this was quite cute. I'll flip a few pages, but we'll, like I say, if you want a full flip, let me know. I did see this on someone's channel, and I do apologise. I can't for the, cute. I can't for the life of me remember who it was at the time. But yeah, you've got these little saying pages every so often. Winter Angel. Oh, cute. But yeah, there's quite a few little cute little pages in here that, yeah, are right up my alley. I really like them. Oh, it doesn't want to flip now, sorry. Let me try and get hold of some of them. Oh, no. The joy of a new book. They're all stuck together and I can't get them open. But yeah, you get the idea anyway. So yeah, this one I think is lovely. Between Angels and Colours, Angela Gonzalez. It is a Amazon printed book, in case you were wondering. Although, am I telling lies? Oh no, I'm telling lies. Created in Colombia, printed in the United States. Why did I think it was an Amazon printed? Oh, because it was an Amazon printed. It's telling a lie. Ooh. It is printed in Great Britain by Amazon. So this page is a lie. It's a lie page, yeah. I thought it was. It felt like it was. And then I thought I was lying then for a second. But yeah, so Between Angels and Colours, and it all gives you a... But I thought it was a really cute little book available on Amazon. There's the ISBN if you wanted it, by Angela Gonzalez. Then, of course, because let's be honest, it's been easily my favourite new artist this year has been RJ Hansen. Forest Song. There's a full flip of this on Colouring with K if you want to have a look at it. Obviously I was always going to buy it, wasn't I? I have done another page this month in the one, let me reach it, that I have used the most, and obviously these are kind of not matching books, but they're very similar books really. And I really enjoy working in this one, so there was no way I wasn't going to get Forest Song to go with it. It's same format in that you get double copies, which I've got to be honest, I'm not a lover of the double copy idea. It is a little bit of a rip-off, isn't it? I'd kind of rather we just did a half book really, and we just paid for the half that we wanted, because realistically, am I going to do them twice? Probably not, if I'm really honest. But there are some lovely pages in here, and some of my favourite characters are back in this book that I really enjoyed in the last one, so I'm certainly not going to moan about that. And then some new additions as well. This is very similar, I think, to the page in the other book that I've just put away. The bees in particular look very, very similar, as does the little hive at the top. So there's a few bits that are obviously quite familiar. And then you've got some new little additions of new little characters that are popping up. I don't love his treehouse pages, if I'm really honest. I've not coloured one yet, and that kind of says everything to me, but I love a lot of his other things. These are so cute, and I really like these pages where he's got lots of different little creatures hiding away in the background, and the more you look at it, the more you find it. Obviously, I enjoyed colouring Mr. Froggy much earlier on in the year, so I'm obviously going to do this one as well, where he's got a little snail friend and they're having a cuppa. What better? So yeah, that's probably going to be my first page in this book, let's be honest. But I think this is a really beautiful page as well. I kind of wish this page was in the book without this bit in the middle. I may still colour it, who knows, but I don't often colour the intro pages in books. But yes, one of my favourites, RJ Hansen, out now. Certainly in the UK, it's out now and available. Forest Song, lovely little new book. Enjoy it. Then we went down to visit family recently down south of the UK, and I did accidentally wander into a works, because you do, don't you, when you've got nothing to do. It was roasting, I wasn't in there for long. But this one, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Kay, I think you've got a version of this, but I think it's maybe slightly different. I don't know. I know yours is much older, but I think I saw you do a page ages ago. It was a Halloween page. And I brought this book home, and my husband had a quick look through and went, "You're mad. Why have you bought that book? That book's crazy." Complicated Colouring, a book full of creative colouring by Lisa Mallet, and additional drawings by a number of other people that I'm not going to try and pronounce, because no. But, and there are undoubtedly in this book some pages that I won't be touching, like this page I won't be touching, but I quite like some of the other pages. The more you look at them, the more you see, like, this is just all monsters, and when you first look at it, I don't think you can kind of see them at first when you're on top of it and it's all in your face, but I think once you actually start to colour some of this, it would start to be quite amusing. There are a lot of kind of zen doodly lines in a lot of these things, but again, you could just ignore some of them. But yeah, these ones probably I'm not going to colour. These have perforated pages. I'm not a great lover of perforated pages myself, but the paper's quite good. I have a feeling it was this page that Kay coloured. I might be wrong, but I have a feeling it is. But yeah, perforated pages. Personally, I'd rather they didn't, because your pages are likely to fall out, and I don't really take my pages out of a book. Again, if you want a full flip, leave me a message, leave me a comment, and I'll do a full flip, because this book is quite hurting your brain when you start to look at it. But there are some lovely pages in it. But it is from the works in the UK. It was a highly exciting £4. Did not break the bank buying it. And whilst I was there, I also found these two lovely books in the works. So Witches, Wizards, Magical Spirits and Magical Creatures, that was both, again, £4. And I did find this one first. Let me put the other one away for now. And I thought, oh, I quite like the little face on this. And you know what the works is like. Generally, the colouring section, they kind of mix it all up. So I think this bit was with the kind of kids' books, really. But I don't know what made me pick it up, really, because I'm not a great witch colourer. But yeah, when I've started to have a look through it, I thought, actually, I really like some of these. So you've got, again, White Witch. There's loads of different characters in here. Each page is labelled. I think at the back there is a full, glossary. So if you want more information about the pages that are in here, there is a little look-up pages if you didn't know anything about it. But I looked at it in the shop, and I'll be honest, the shop was full of kids trying to pick things to do. And they were driving me nuts, and I thought, I'm just going to have that because I think it's cute. It's got some pages in it that I could totally see myself colouring in, maybe not that page, that's terrifying, bogeyman. So again, maybe not that page, but there are a lot of pages that are a style that I particularly quite like, and there's a Harry Potter page in, so you know, how bad can it be? So yeah, grabbed it, bought it, got it home. In the cool of being back at our relative's house, I actually had a proper look through it, like you do, and I realised then, when I looked it up, that the artist is in fact, here on the side, Fabiana Attenazio, and so I was really chuffed. So Witches, Wizards, Magical Spirits colouring book. I don't know how easy it'll be to get in other places. I will show the ISBN just in case if my camera wants to focus. Oop, there you go. I don't know how easy it'll be for people in other countries to find, but it is one of Fabiana's 2022 released books. And then when I realised that today, I had to go to the bank, so I accidentally went in my local works and realised that it had a twin that went with it. This one, Magical Creatures colouring book, is also by Fabiana. Again, another release this year. I did read it somewhere and now I can't see it. Anyway, it's still Fabiana. This one is Magical Creatures, full of a range of... Ooh, this up because I've only got this one today. It's not really had its spine worked on, but this one's a bit more scary. I don't know, I'm a big softie, I'm afraid, so I'm not, like, this page is not getting coloured. I'm not going to colour a zombie. It's not for me, zombie colouring. Bigfoot might be. Brownie, he's definitely going to get coloured because he's cute. I have no words. Some kind of cockerel thing. Yeah, that's just horrible. Leprechaun, he might get coloured. Wait till the right day. Sea serpent, giant squid, kraken, fire crab, Urkling, and many more. Banshee, though she's not very scary, is she? She's a bit beautiful to be scary. Or is that the idea with a banshee? I'm not sure. Don't they shout at you and scream at you? I'm not. See, I don't know about these things. Cornish pixies, they look quite naughty. They're also quite fun. I quite like these as well. Mandrakes. Ghost, again, she seems like a very nice, friendly looking ghost. She's not too, you saw her floating along the corridor, I don't think she'd be too terrifying, would she really? Something that seems to have lost its head in the spine. Oh, Phoenix, there you go. Cat, that well-known creature. Yeah, spider, no thanks. Unicorn. But again, there's some really nice pages in here. I might do a full flip of both of these together. So Magical Creatures and what was the other one called? Witches, Wizards and Magical Spirits, that are both available currently in the works. Both Fabiana Attenazio. I'm not sure if they're available anywhere else. I haven't looked, but I was really pleased to pick these up for £4, and even more delighted when I realised, I know why I like them, because it's Fabiana's. And purely just because I saw the style of drawing in the shop and just picked it up and thought, yes, I like that, I'll have it, and then realised why I liked it. The other thing I got today, which, oh sorry, my light bulb is reflecting badly today, is Harry Potter Wizarding World Hogwarts. I need to get in it. Easier said than done, but we'll give it a go. I don't skewer myself with the scissors. Excuse me while I get this off, because that's just reflecting everywhere. As you can see, it was supposed to be £6. I've got a hugely exciting £4. I put that in the bin. So, a watercolour pad based on Harry Potter. I have no idea what this will be like. I thought it might be a bit of a fun page to paint on. It is okay watercolour paper. If you buy watercolour paper from the pound shop or from somewhere cheap, that's kind of what I'd describe this paper as. It's watercolour paper, but it's not great quality watercolour paper. But you know, for a bit of play about, I thought this might be quite fun. I wasn't expecting to like, oh, they've got doubles. I wasn't expecting to like every single page of it. But I thought, well, there's something a little bit different. I can really go to town with watercolours or ink pens or something like that. That might be really interesting. I'll try and skip the double because that's a bit annoying. Ravenclaw, let the games begin. Gryffindor. Hedwig Owl, and a few little objects, and that's it, that's the last one. So Those are also available at the Works today if you're interested. Mine were on sale for £4, so super cheap. So far it was going quite well, and I hadn't spent a huge amount on books this month, but then Amazon Japan came to town, and yeah, I got tempted to do an Amazon order. I think it was this book that I wanted in particular, but I bought a few. We'll go through them one by one. I'll do the bigger ones first so I don't have to bring the camera down too much. So this one, I think I saw this on Lavella's channel, and I think a couple of these I saw on Lavella's channel, but this one in particular I thought was lovely. It's a combination of lots of different artists' work. If I can still find the links when I'm adding this video uploading, I'll try and add the links for this, because obviously trying to find it yourself, it can be a bit of a nightmare, can't it, trying to find some of these books on Amazon Japan when you don't speak Japanese. Oh dear, brain, no, not functioning. Oh, hello, sorry, trying to focus it, instead knocking it over. But yeah, there's all the codes if that's helpful. Let me refocus it to go down. There we go. So this I thought was really lovely. So it has a bit of a cover on it. It feels a bit cheap, I'll be honest, I'm not going to lie. The cover's not great on it, but the artwork I thought was really lovely. You've got the usual in that obviously normally they give you a good view of some finished artworks that will either terrify you or inspire you, who knows which. Paper is pretty good. It's not super thick, but I think it feels like it will take some watercolour. It's got that kind of resistance to the surface that feels like it would take a little bit, but I thought some of the artwork in here was just really beautiful, and really enjoyable. Some of it's a little bit detailed here and there, but it's unusual. There's a nice mix of different art styles in here, and just a book that I thought was too interesting to leave, really. I don't think I'll love all of it, but most of these, like that, I'm not going to call that. That is just too tiny. I suppose I could do a wash of watercolour or something over it and then spend time on the main feature is maybe how I would tackle that one. But there's, like I say, lots of different artists, and I thought it might be a good intro to some artists that I don't know about. If I particularly enjoyed doing one, I could start looking them up and see, you know, have they got books or an Etsy of their own or something like that, that you could get a bit more information about them and see a little bit more about it. Ooh, it's at that point where it's difficult to get hold of again, sorry. But yeah, not a massive, great big thick book. Quite a little thin one. Ooh. So not a huge thickness at all, but a really nice one. I'd love to tell you what it's called, but obviously I have no idea. It has all the artists down at the bottom. Will it focus? Let's have a look. Mitsu, I'm not even going to try and go through this list and butcher these lovely people's names, but there's whole different artists that are in there that give you a whole look on that one. Then last month I was working in my finished pages my Love Fantasy colouring book, and I realised when I was looking for the next book that I'm about to show you that there's a couple of Love Fantasy books, one of which I didn't think would be my cup of tea, but then I also saw this one by Mashu that had these kind of little sprites, would you call them? I'm not sure what you describe them as. But I worked in that book last month. I did the little hedgehog page that were living in the cactus, and the paper in it is really lovely. So I thought, actually, as this one looks like something I'll be interested in, yeah, I quite fancy getting another one of those. So my little cover slips come off. That is the actual front cover that's there. As you can see, I've not really done much with. I could have done with cracking the spine on this before I came to video it. Let me just do that, because otherwise it's going to keep fighting with me. But the same as with the one that I've been working in, it gives you a coloured version of all the prints that are in this book. So you've got some kind of artist inspired pages to help you. I'll go through very quickly. And that takes up a good chunk of the first bit of the book. So you've got a good 10 or so pages. But then you have these single-sided, they're not perforated though, they have a little cut line, but they aren't actually perforated. Then you've got these drawings, and I just thought there was something really quite beautiful about them, that I thought, yeah, I can see myself wanting to colour some of these. They're pretty, they're quite fun. No idea what that is. Let's get rid of it. It's not being a bookmark for me. It's not interesting me. And yeah, I just thought it was kind of felt like they were little dancers or something. And quite an interesting little book. Bit repetitive here and there, but because these pages are small, I thought actually I don't think that will put me off. And it kind of quite like the feeling of the motion that the drawings are giving you. It probably isn't everybody's cup of tea, I totally get that. But yeah, I thought it'd be something that interested me quite nicely. And I do love something that has shades of carousel in it, which it does. I think I prefer them as you get towards the back of this book. There's just something about them that I find a bit more interesting as you go further back. But again, I thought it was a really cute, little, interesting, a little bit different book. So, Love Fantasy by Mashu. And I think if you go on Amazon Japan, there are a few of these. And they do print this series as well, which you can normally spot quite easily on Amazon Japan. They normally pop up as a suggested, but it's a book that I quite like the look of. Love Fantasy by Mashu. And there's, if you want if I can avoid my light, you can just about see my Love Fantasy book. And then this was the book I actually looked for. Loads of people have shown full flips of this one. So I think I have one of the Colours Make You Happy books. And they are lovely, good quality books. This one seems to be about dance or opera and scenes in opera and things like that. So again, I'm not going to do a full flip because there are literally loads. I think all kinds of different people have bought this one already, but again, it's costumes, it's dancing, those kind of things really interest me. You know, I love having some detailed little bits of clothing to work on, so yeah, this one I really quite fancied having a go at. And there's some very cute pages in here, some different seasons, but mainly they're all from different dancing events, I think, mainly. That I think is really lovely. Colour Me There, I think she's also got this and she can explain far more about it because she clearly knows about dancing where I don't. So yeah, if you have a look at her book flip, she will also give you more information than I have the ability to know, because I do not know about what shows these are from and all of that. But I do enjoy colouring garments, so Colours Make You Happy. Lovely little book. And then my final, oh no, not my final, Amazon Japan. Again, this one has been seen a huge amount, isn't it, that goes with my little Yuri Mouse. I kind of said to myself right now, I'm not buying this one because I haven't coloured in Yuri Mouse's tours yet. But then Kay keeps showing me that lovely page that she's coloured in this book. And so it keeps winking at me, and yeah, it accidentally fell in my cart. And I had to have it because there's some fun little pages in here, and I really quite like some of these. Some of them are easier than others. I think there's some good easy pages, and there's some pages that you can kind of get really lost in and really enjoy some of the sections in here. So yes, it accidentally fell in my basket, and I'm not sad about it at all. I think there's some lovely pages in this book. It's very cute. Yeah, I think it's this one that Kay's done. And she's done a beautiful job of it, as I'm sure you've all spotted already. And I think this is quite a hard page because you've got quite a lot of distance and things going on this page. But yeah, it's cute. I like it. It's a very nice little book. But again, yeah, another one from Amazon Japan. I don't know what it's called. I should have translated it before I filmed, but I didn't. The lovely ISBN is up there should you need it. again, I'll try and link the Amazon Japan ones because it's just a little bit easier than trying to find them on there when not. And then this is a Colours Make You Happy postcard book. I think this is a fairy tales one. I think I might be lying. So yeah, it did tempt me. Again, I was kind of told myself a while ago I wasn't going to buy any more postcard books, Japanese ones, because I don't tend to find myself colouring them, purely because the drawing is very, very small, and it's one of those, oh right, I'm going to need my glasses to get inside some of these little tiny bits. Can I be bothered? No, I'll just get something else that I can see. But this one is so beautiful, and its little coloured versions are just so pretty that I just couldn't help myself. And I quite like the fact that you've got one coloured one and one for you to do, rather than two matching ones, because a couple of my other books are like that, where you've got two of the same in these kind of half postcard size pages, and I'm always like, well, I've coloured one now, what am I going to do with the other one? I'm not going to use the other one. So I quite like the fact you've got a coloured source one and you've got your own in here, and these are quite sweet. There's fairly simple versions to have a look at. There's not too many pages in it, and I thought these were quite a cute little postcard book to have, so I was really pleased with it when I came, other than they are a little bit on the tiny side, but they're obviously all famous kind of scenes to have a look at, and they're drawn so beautifully that, oh, I can't get hold of this page, it's escaping me. Oh, another that way up. Sorry, it's fighting back, this book. It's alive. I think that's the last page. Yep. So these are perforated, as you can probably just about see. Not hugely thick book, but really pretty. And the ice pen is there. But yeah, like I say, I will try and link all of the ones from Amazon Japan, because that will make life a bit easier. The other little thing that I did get from Amazon Japan, purely because it kept popping up as a suggested, was these Sakura Coupe pencils. I had no idea what these were, and the more I looked at it, the more I had less idea of what they were. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to order this small tiny pack and see what they are. And they are pretty much just she says, dropping them. I was leaning over to get my paper. They are like a plastic crayon, really. So it's very hard to describe. They're kind of like a really hard, almost like they've got a plastic coating on the outside, but they still just sharpen. So it's kind of like a crayon. It's not quite as soft as a crayon. It kind of feels like you know, the kind of solid lead pencils that haven't got any wood in. It's kind of like those, but with a plastic coat over the top. And I thought, oh, I was ordering them thinking maybe they would go with my Bambinos or something like that, because these, they seem to do in quite a big set. I think there was a 60 set of these. It wasn't super cheap. But I thought, oh, maybe they would go quite nicely with something like that. And they're quite nice. And because they have this kind of plasticky coating on, you obviously don't get any crayon or anything like that on you. These are much bigger, taller than the Bambinos. But I thought, yeah, I might use them. They come with their own little sharpener in this little kit, and a rubber that works on them, and the colours are quite nice in them. So I'm still in two minds yet. I haven't used them in a colouring yet, but I'm thinking I might use them with my Bambinos, and they come in this little very shiny case that has the colours on. No clue what any of this says. But yeah, have you encountered these before? Do you know anything more about them? Sakura Coupe pencil, they quite interest me. I'm tempted next time I do an Amazon Japan, which won't be any time soon, but the next time I do an order, some more of these might fall in my basket, but yeah, not for a bit yet. What else have I bought this month? Obviously, Ancient Egypt. Again, there's a full flip of this on the channel. I'm not going to go into it now. I think there was mixed feelings about this book. I think most people prefer towards the front, not so much towards the back, but it's still a nice issue. This one I saw on Grumble Bunny's channel, I think, and I thought this was quite an unusual little book. So black background, colouring book. This is volume 2 by Arlene Premuse. It's an Amazon printed book. As you can see, it has the Amazon glossy covers. It's an 8x8, so it's not a massive book, but I quite liked the little style. You see me trying to break the spine a bit now because it'll drive me nuts turning through it. But I thought, again, for a quick colour, these look really quite fun and I quite like them. Quality Amazon prints. Look at my lovely lines, never mind. But they've got all these kind of animals. Some of them are quite funny. And these pigs, I was like, it's a pig in a little ballerina's tutu. I'm having it because it's so cute. Life is better in a tutu. Not last week round here, it wasn't, because it was too hot for a tutu. Owls, totally beautiful. Ugly fish, more ugly fish, make a wish. But I just thought these are so funny. But they're also quite cute. And there's also one that looks like my dog. So it was just in my basket as soon as I realised my dog was in here. Cute cow, more cute cows. What's that one say? Take another shot. Don't stop believing. That is not my dog. But yeah, I just thought these were really cute and really bold, and I quite like the fact it's already got a black background. They're quite striking. I thought with a bit of colour on these, they'll look really interesting as you go through them, and they're just quite funny, aren't they? There's something about them, they're really strong. This is my dog. Life happens, coffee helps. I don't like coffee and she doesn't like coffee either, so she would not pick it up. But yeah, really cute looking book, and I love the pigs in here. They're just so cute. And there's a few pigs in here. But yeah, so that was all of it. Like I say, I think there's 2 of these. I just picked this one because I particularly like the images in this one, but they're similar. Both versions are very similar, but black background colouring book by Arlene Premuse. Then I don't own any Daria Kaksoy books, and I thought it was about time I changed that, really. And when you start having a look at her stuff, it was very hard to just pick one book. I don't know if this was the one Dan got recently, but anyway, this was the one that ended up in my basket because I just thought it was a nice mix of different styles really that were in here. And I thought perhaps it'd be a nice introduction to some of her work and see if it's something that particularly interests me as you're working through. But so you've got some grayscale, you've got some line art, but again I've not done a huge amount of grayscale, so I thought it'd be quite interesting to have a go on somebody else's grayscale and see how I work with it, how it works for me. But yeah, a lovely book, cool and beautiful, fun fantasy grayscale colouring book by Daria Kaksoy. Beautiful book with some lovely images in it. This one I have been undenied about for a while. So this is from Etsy, Sakura's illustrations, Natural Enchantment colouring book. This one's an old one, 2018, but obviously I didn't have any of these. It's a ring-bound top. It's quite a chunky book. The card in it is really good quality, and the illustrations are just really pretty in it. So again, another book that it's going to take me a long time to do very many in them, but they're just really beautiful images, and I like a portrait every now and again, so I think most months I do some kind of portrait, so having a good selection is really important. I would imagine that these will take a little bit of watercolour. I don't think I'd go mad with it in these books, but if you wanted to do a bit of a watercolour background, I think you probably could get away with it. I'm going to skip some pages because otherwise we're going to be here all day looking at beautiful books, which is maybe what you want, but you know. And yeah, so available on Etsy. If you look up Sakiman's illustrations on Etsy, her page will come up. I haven't seen these available anywhere else lately, so yeah, you are going to get suckered for the postage, but it is a beautiful book. It's good quality. Sometimes it has to be done if you want something. This one is the last of the Fabiana Attenazio books that I was looking for. I ordered this quite a while ago from Amazon UK, but it's come from, I think it came from Poland or somewhere like that. I could be wrong. Hansel and Gretel, obviously not the British version, is fairly obvious, but doesn't matter to me at all because obviously her beautiful drawings are still in here, and I know the story of Hansel and Gretel. I don't need to read it. It's the images that interest me the most. I think there are still some British, well, English versions available, but they were just silly prices when I saw them, whereas this one was a lot more reasonable, so I thought I'll live with the fact it's not in English. That doesn't matter to me at all, and I really like some of the images in it, and obviously it's still got its massive poster that I'm never going to colour its massive poster, but the book is beautiful and I'm really pleased to have got it. Then Kingdom of Curious Creatures, a fairy tale adventure book by EcoNeco Gusa. I only had the other one of these, whose name now is it? I think this is Menuet de Bonheur, isn't it? This version. I think a lot of people thought this was a completely new book, but I couldn't get hold of that one recently, even though I've been trying, and I'd actually ordered it from somewhere and they sent me the one that I already had, not the one that I didn't have. So I was quite pleased to see this pop up in this form. Not sure about the paper yet, haven't had a play in it, but it is the same book as Menuet de Bonheur, so if you want to see what's in it, it's basically the same as the old one, other than I think you get at the front, you get these little coloured bits at the front. I think this bit is new, that you're seeing some coloured versions. Obviously there wasn't any of these in the original Japanese, and obviously you've got some bits that you can actually read, but I think the imagery is the same as in that one, so if you already have it, obviously this book isn't for you. I didn't, so for me I was delighted to have got this from Amazon UK, rather than having to get another Japanese book for a lot more money than just getting an English version. So like I say, I've not tried working on this paper yet. It does feel different to my Japanese version of the other book. Why can I not remember what it is off the top of my head? It's Rhapsody in the Forest, the other one that I have, but I have the Japanese Rhapsody. It does feel different paper. My Rhapsody didn't take watercolour well at all. This does feel different, so I might do a bit of a tester in the back to see whether I think you could watercolour, because a lot of the pages do have quite a bit of background space that it would be handy if you could use watercolour in it. But Kingdom of Curious Creatures, a fairy tale adventure book that I think is basically Menuet de Bonheur, if you haven't got that. Then two other books that I saw on Lavelia's channel. These were not easy to get in the UK at all. I did order them from Amazon.com. They are very difficult to find. Putting Dream Girl, Alluring Portraits in just doesn't really bring it up. I don't know what the current stock level is like for these books at the moment. I'll try and put the link in for these of where I got them. I don't know if there'll be any stock of them. A few other colourists have been showing them of late. They are, well, I'll show them together actually. They're quite little thin books, so if I pick up my Mythographic, for example, just give you an idea of the difference between them. They are quite little thin books, but They are beautiful books. The finish on them is really lovely. They're hardcover, but they're quite a soft hardcover, if that makes any sense. Obviously, they have this lovely little hologram going through on the covers. That's really quite sweet. But I got them purely because I really loved the drawings. I just thought they were really cute, lovely little pages. I think you get 2 of each of the drawings that are in here, so you're not getting a huge amount of drawings, but I just thought they're so beautiful. I don't know if I'll colour them twice, but I certainly colour them all once. I think that's the second copy, isn't it? I think it's a slightly lighter grayscale. Can I get the pages to show together a little bit? Yeah, so this is a little bit of a darker copy, and I think Lavelia did say there was some doubles between the books, but again, it doesn't really bother me. They're so lovely pages. It was cheaper than buying all of these illustrations individually on Etsy, which is your other option. So I love having things in a book. I'm not a great PDF buyer. I do have, I think Ellie Marks I buy generally on PDF. I've got a few books that I'd like to print and put into one book, but generally I prefer having my colourings in the book that they were out of, and then I'm back to the beginning there again. So both of these I was really delighted to get. I think the first time when I looked they were out of stock, but I just, out of sheer desperation, I think I did look at like a few days later and some more stock had popped up for them, and then I bought them. So it may be that when I put the link in there may be no stock at the time, but it is worth just checking back on them because they seem to pop up with a little bit more of a stock. They are a Ukrainian publisher, so obviously stock's going to be a bit hit and miss at the moment, but they're beautiful books, and if you can get them, I totally recommend them. They are totally lovely. And then my last one that you briefly just saw, I don't know why, but Mythographic, we always have much later release dates over here in the UK. I can see you get them pretty quick in USA, and then they're still just giving us August release dates. So I don't own any Mythographic books at all. The whole search and find thing, no. You probably know by now, I'm a bit of a perfectionist with my colouring pages. I can't be doing with trying to hide random mobile phones and bag of crisps and plastic bottle in a beautiful forest scene or something. No. It was never for me. So it was absolute delight to see a book that did not have any of that tat in it. There's loads of flips of this book. I'm not going to spend ages on it. Joseph Catabang's Voyage, my very first book of his, my very first Mythographic. Gosh, they're a bit scary, aren't they? I think that's my first thought. These are complicated pages. They're beautiful, absolutely stunning. The detail on them is just out of this world. So yeah, I'm really pleased to get it. I'm slightly terrified by it. I'm hoping I'm not going to add it to my next books I'm too scared to work into video. Who knows? It is beautiful. I don't regret it, but goodness, look at that page. That is a complicated page. So yeah, I have mixed feelings. I think it's absolutely stunning. What a talented artist. Is just so beautiful. I think I kind of wish this was a 12 by 12 book, because that would maybe feel a bit more achievable if there was a bit more space. I think they'd blow up into a bigger size really nicely. Not that any publisher will do it, because it cost a fortune to print it, I have no doubt. But lovely book, Mythographic Voyage. Now, we are coming up to I think I'm up to nearly 40 minutes on in time that I've waffled on. I was going to show you my art stuff as part of this video, but unsurprisingly, because books are my favourite hobby, I've waffled on for quite a long time. So I'm going to do it as a part 2 for the art bits and pieces for my colouring addiction, hobby, whatever we're calling it. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully there's something that's interested you today, Hope you're having great colouring time yourself. Bye bye.